Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a magnet for money, while others fight their entire lives without leaving the place? What separates the billionaires from the rest of the population is not luck or a bloated genius. They are habits, small daily actions that, when accumulated over time, create a gigantic fortune. The truth is that wealth does not happen overnight. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Warren Buffett did not wake up millionaires. They built their brick fortunes with discipline and strategies that anyone can apply. Yes, you can also walk this path as long as you understand and implement the right habits. You may have heard of compound interest, smart investments, and powerful networking, but the question is, do you really put them into practice? Most people want to get rich, but few are willing to act like the rich. What separates who wins from those who fail is not just knowledge, but the execution. In this video, you will discover the 5 daily habits that can transform your financial reality. Simple but extremely powerful habits used by the world's largest entrepreneurs. If you apply these principles with consistency, financial success will be just a matter of time. Now get ready to change your mindset and take the first step towards financial freedom. Let's unravel the secrets that billionaires use to grow exponentially. If you want to get out of the mouse race and learn the secrets of wealth, subscribe to the channel and enable notifications. Thus, you guarantee that you will not lose any content that can accelerate your path towards financial freedom. Now, let's go straight to the first habit. Most people dream of financial security, but few have the courage to risk everything for an idea. Jeff Bezos was in a comfortable position, working as vice president of an investment fund in Wall Street. The salary was high, the promising career, and the guaranteed stability. But instead of accommodating, he made a decision that would change his life and the history of global trade. In 1994, Bezos saw an opportunity in what he called explosive internet growth. He realized that online commerce could revolutionize the way people buy, but no one had still dominated this market. It was then that he made a bold choice. He dropped his stable job, borrowed money, and started working on Amazon in his home garage. What separates Bezos from so many other people who have good ideas but never perform them? The answer is in the leverage. He not only had a vision, but he knew how to use strategic resources to grow rapidly. He sought investors, delegated roles, and created a scalable business model. This mindset made Amazon out of a small online bookstore to become the e-commerce giant. Another crucial factor was the financial discipline. Instead of spending on luxuries at first, Bezos re-injected profit in the company, expanding operations and improving efficiency. This long-term approach is one of the reasons why billionaires can build empires, while most people spend everything they earn without thinking about the future. The lesson here is clear: great opportunities require courage and strategy. Bezos not only had a vision, but acted, used intellectual capital, did networking, and sought mentoring to climb his business. Now imagine applying the same mindset to your own financial growth. What would your life be like if you started thinking and acting like a billionaire? If you think the billionaires have arrived there only with talent or luck, you are wrong. They follow specific strategies, often invisible to most people. Wealth does not happen by accident. It is a well-planned game. Those who dominate the rules can build fortunes almost inevitably. And the first step is to change the way of thinking about money. Billionaires see money as a tool, not as an end. While most people work for the month's salary, the richest focus on leverage. They use the money of others, the time of others, and the knowledge of others to multiply their gains. This is why they invest in companies, real estate, and passive income, instead of exchanging time for money. Another powerful strategy is exponential growth. A billionaire doesn't think about folding his income. He thinks about increasing 10x, 100x. This is how Jeff Bezos turned an online bookstore into Amazon. He was not just satisfied with selling books. He wanted to master global e-commerce. Those who think big grow big. In addition, billionaires dominate the concept of tax efficiency. They not only make money, they know how to keep more money with you. Instead of paying taxes as a common wage earner, They use legal structures and strategic investments to reduce the tax burden. It is a game that few know, but it makes all the difference in the construction of wealth. If you want to achieve financial freedom, you need to think like billionaires. Start applying these strategies to your life. Seek ways to leverage resources. Focus on exponential growth. Learn about intelligent investments and use money to your advantage. The difference between those who get rich and who get stagnant is in the way the financial game faces. Are you ready to change your mindset? If you try to rich only with your own effort, you will lead a lifetime and you may not even. Billionaires know this and use an essential principle: leverage. Instead of relying only on time and money, they find ways to multiply their results using financial, technological, and human resources. Financial leverage is one of the pillars of accelerated growth. Instead of raising money for decades to invest, billionaires use the money of others, whether through investors, strategic loans, or reinvesting profits. An example? Bezos raised capital with investors to expand Amazon quickly, without having to wait for years to grow organically. Another type of leverage is technological. Today, with financial automation and digital tools, it is possible to climb business and investments without a great team. Think about what platforms like Amazon, Uber, and Airbnb do they use technology to eliminate barriers and operate on a large scale at reduced costs. Who dominates the technology, dominates the market. But no leverage is more powerful than human leverage. Billionaires know they don't have to be experts in everything they hire and surround themselves to smarter people in strategic areas. This is why mentoring and networking are essential. If you want to grow fast, learn from those who have already arrived there and build connections that can open doors. The question is, how can you apply leverage in your life now? Perhaps it is through smart investments, delegating tasks to focus on what really generates value, or learning how to use technology to optimize your time. The key is to stop depending on yourself and find ways to multiply your results. Are you ready to think like the billionaires? If there's a financial secret that billionaires dominate and most ignore, it is the power of composition. Time and compound interest are the most powerful weapons in construction of wealth. The sooner you start investing, the greater the multiplier effect. It's like a snowball at first. Growth looks small, but over the years it becomes gigantic. Albert Einstein called the compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And it's not an exaggeration. Imagine that you invest $1,000 per month with an average return of 12 per year. In 10 years, you'll have just over $230,000. But in 30 years, this number jumps to more than 3 million. This is because interest rates begin to generate interest on their own interest, accelerating their financial growth. Billionaires like Warren Buffett understood this early. He began to invest in adolescence, and today his fortune is built almost entirely by the effect of composition over the decades. Money works for you, but only if you give enough time for it to grow. So the sooner you start, the better. The key to taking advantage of this effect is the financial discipline. While many spend everything they earn, the rich prioritize investment before consumption. They create an automatic contribution system to ensure that their money is always growing. Small daily habits, such as cutting unnecessary expenses and investing regularly, can make a millionaire difference in the future. Now think, are you using interest composed in your favor or letting time pass? Each year lost is a year less than multiplying its assets. If you haven't started investing yet, this is the moment. The secret of wealth is not to earn anymore, but to make the money grow alone. And the sooner you take the first step, sooner you can reap the fruits. Most people pay taxes as if it were an unquestionable obligation. Billionaires, on the other hand, see this as a strategic game. They not only make money, they know how to keep more money with you. And the key to this is tax efficiency, using system rules to pay less legally taxes. Have you noticed that the richest do not receive great salaries? This is because salary is the most taxed way to make money. Instead, they create companies, make investments, and use structures that reduce their tax burden. Jeff Bezos, for example, practically does not take Amazon's salary. He benefits from action options and other intelligent fiscal mechanisms. Another secret is the use of companies and holdings. Many billionaires organize their business so that they pay less taxes, taking advantage of tax incentives and legal deductions. This does not mean evading, means knowing and using the laws to your advantage. Big corporations do this all the time, but few people apply this strategy to their own financial life. And for those who think tax efficiency is only for millionaires, think again. There are several strategies accessible to anyone, such as investing through pension funds, using tax accounts exempt from tax, and even opening a company to optimize the way your income is taxed. The secret is in knowledge and application. Now, the question is, are you paying more taxes than you should? Perhaps it is time to learn to better structure your income, investments, and business. Money that goes out in unnecessary taxes is money that could be working for you. And if the billionaires do this, why wouldn't you do it? If there's an asset that billionaires value more than money, it is knowledge. What separates ordinary people from the great tycoons is not only financial capital, but intellectual capital. Anyone who dominates this game knows that learning constantly is the true shortcut for wealth. After all, the more you know, the better financial and strategic decisions can take. Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, devotes 80 of his daily reading time. He believes that composite knowledge over time works like compound interest. The more you learn, the greater the long-run returns. And this goes for any area, whether in investments, entrepreneurship, or personal development. Another clear example is Elon Musk. Even without traditional rocket formation, he devoured books on aerospace engineering and, with this knowledge, founded SpaceX. This shows that no matter where you are now, if you dedicate yourself to continuous learning, you can become an expert in anything and transform your financial reality. But knowledge without application does not generate results. The real differential of billionaires is that they not only learn, they implement. It is not enough just to read about investments or business. You need to put into practice, test strategies, and correct routes along the way. This is how learning translates into wealth. Now the question is, what are you doing to expand your intellectual capital? Do you invest in courses, books, mentoring, and experiences that really increase your market value? Or keep thinking that education ends after school? The secret of the richest is simple: they never stop learning. And you? Have you heard the phrase, "Tell me who you are, and I will tell you who you are"? In the world of billionaires, this is taken to the extreme. Networking is not just meeting people, it is to build strategic connections. Great fortunes are not done alone, and the richest know that surrounding themselves from the right people can open doors that would never open otherwise. Jeff Bezos, for example, did not create Amazon in a vacuum. He attracted investors, formed partnerships, and surrounded himself with bright minds that helped turn the company into the giant today. Similarly, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and other tycoons have always had mentors, strategic partners, and influence groups that expanded their opportunities. Networking acts as a growth accelerator. Knowing the right people can give you access to privileged information, profit investments, and opportunities that most never see. Often a simple contact can lead to a millionaire partnership or advice that avoids an expensive mistake. In the business world, those you know can be as valuable as you know. But to build a value networking, you need to give before you receive. Billionaires do not seek connections just to ask for favors. They create genuine relationships, offer value, and become indispensable within their circle. That's why investing in events, masterminds, and mentoring groups can be one of the best ways to speed up success. Now look around you. Are your connections boosting you or limiting you? If you want to grow financially, you need to get closer to people who have arrived where you want to be. Opportunities rarely appear out of nowhere. They come through people. And the more strategic your circle, the faster you advance. Wealth is not a scam of luck. It is a process built with strategy and consistency. Billionaires do not expect miracles. They apply solid principles: leverage, compound interest, tax efficiency, intellectual capital, and networking. If you want to get out of the mouse race and reach financial freedom, You need to start now. With each passing day without action is a day further from the life you want. What can you do today to start this change? It can be reading an investment book, create a plan to increase your income, or even connect with people who have come where you want to be. The important thing is to take the first step and commit to your growth. And if you want to keep learning the best strategies for building wealth, subscribe to the channel now and enable notifications. Here you will find content that show you the real way to financial success. Don't be left out. This journey starts with a simple decision. So tell me, are you ready to get out of average and build the life you really deserve? If so, click the registration button and go together on this journey towards financial freedom.